Mabuhay PFL fans and welcome to Usapang Liga with me, Andy K. We just came off from the tightest round in PFL histories, every single match decided by just one goal. Now it's time to look ahead to this weekend's fixtures. Can Tuloy build on their brave fight? Will Cebu bounce back? And what about Taguig and Aguilas in that huge Sunday showdown? Let's dive in. This is Garelli's first match of the season and their first in the PFL since their short 2024 campaign. Last year they were in Manila, finishing first in the 2024-25 season and third now this year in the 2025 edition. Not many players remain from the last PFL squad, and to be fair, this team doesn't have loads of top flight experience, but there are a few names that stand out. Michael Sims, who played for Mendiola, Maharlika and Stallion, and also Gino Clarino, a real journeyman of the PFL. He's been also in Stallion, Global FC, Maharlika and Aguilas. And then we have the Cameroonian Desmond Nguy, who featured for Maharlika last season. And the standout, Hiromasa Ishikawa, the Japanese striker, played for Cebu last season. And before that, Mendiola, where he scored 5 goals in 7 matches. He's also been around Asia, stints in Laos, Mongolia, Taipei, and also Armenia. Tuloy, meanwhile, will be looking to shake off their narrow loss against Maharlika, where they impressed with their youth and quick passing. They'll fancy their chances here. My prediction, 2-1 to Tuloy. Now, this one is tasty. The last season, this was one of the most heated matches in the league. Absolute fireworks. Stallion looked surprisingly good against Manila Digger last weekend, despite losing many key players in the off-season. Cebu, on the other hand, well, they were outplayed by Taguig. They'll need to show a little bit more if they want to avoid falling behind the title race. This one is a tough call. Both teams will go for it. My prediction, a 3-3 draw. Maharlika might have beaten Tuloy, but they didn't look as dominant as the squad suggests. Digger, meanwhile, rescued a point against Stallion thanks to Yuga Watanabe's rocket in the 19th minute. But they'll want 3 points here to keep up with Kaya. If Maharlika play like they did last weekend, Digger can blow them away. 4-0 to Digger. This one looks straightforward. Kaya are the champions and heavy favorites, and Mendiola, even though they grabbed a win thanks to Ruben Doctoras last weekend, they are on a completely different level. Honestly, I can't see a scenario where Mendiola win this. Kaya are too strong, too organized, and too ruthless. My prediction, 7-1 to Kaya. And finally, the big one on Sunday. Taguig shocked Cebu last weekend and looked like serious contenders. Aguilas, meanwhile, put in a strong defensive performance against Kaya, even if they lost 1-0. The question is, can Taguig keep the momentum? Or will Aguilas get their first win of the season? My heart says Aguilas, my brain says Taguig, so I'll sit on the fence. My prediction, a 0-0 draw. And that's all for this week's pre-match predictions. I'll see you again after this weekend to find out how badly my guesses were. What do you think? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna flop? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And as always, like, share and subscribe. Paalam.
PFL, the PFL, it's the PFL, the PFL, the PFL, it's the PFL, the